First off, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to those elders and apostles out there from Great Millstone who teach and rule well. A lot of respect to you brothers out there on the highways and byways preaching this truth around the four corners of the earth. And salutations to the hopeful elect that you guys may be sealed soon. And with that, this your brother Dawaba from the branch of GMS here in Chicago, coming right back at you with a little lesson. And as you see on the phone screen here, I got you can read the title for yourself. It says Integrated Preparedness. This is Steve Smith. And like I said, I use this guy a lot. And he pissed me off with one of his videos he did a couple of days ago. And I actually did a video on it. But as you see, look what the title is. It says blank gangs and beheadings coming to America. And that's true. Now, he's going to sit up here and word it where does he think it's coming to America? He says he believes so. We know, the men of the Lord know it's coming to America. Yes. And you're going to be taken and you're going to be beheaded, and I'm going to grab a few scriptures on that, but I'm going to sit up here and let him only talk for about 20 seconds because I just want him to bring it in, and say what he says, and then I'm going to grab a few scriptures. So here we go. And I'm going to get the Copyright Act of 1976. I'm not using this for no financial or monetarily gain. I'm just using this for teaching and educational purposes. So here we go.
Rape gangs and beheadings. What a great way to start the day, right? Well, are they coming to America? I think it's very possible. That's what I want to talk about today. And I'll tell you, we are on the road there. So, good morning and welcome to Integrative Preparedness.
So there you go. He says, is it coming to America? Yes. Now, if you listen to further in this, he's going to go into a history of certain things. This guy's really been on a tear when it just comes to talking about everybody else, but tends to forget that his people is the number one savage monsters on the planet. And I'm talking about you so-called white people, really you red motherfuckers. But he loves talking about everybody else. But if you listen to the whole thing, you're going to hear, I just listened to up to about 10 minutes of it and it was enough. But yes, to answer his questions, yes, it's coming to America and it's going to come real bad. So with that age, I'm going to just grab a few scriptures on it. This is really all I really wanted him to say, but I want to grab a few scriptures because we know this is coming. We know this is on the way. So the first scripture I want to sit up here and grab was Isaiah chapter 13 in verse I'm going to start at 9. The point is way down. So the point is a little further down, I think in 15. But I'm going to start at 9. So I'm going to kind of sort of breeze through it a little bit. So this is Isaiah 13 and 9. Behold, the day of the Lord cometh cruel, both with wrath and with fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. And we know the day of the Lord, he's coming with the missiles, and there's going to be total judgment for America, aka Babylon the Great, and we're for them fake guys over there in our land. For the stars of heaven and the constellation thereof shall not give their light. The sun shall be darkened in his going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine. And I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity, and I will cause the arrogance of the proud to cease, and will lay the hardiness lay low the hardiness of the terrible. And that's gonna be you fucking Edomites, man. But 2/3 of our people, y'all gonna be fucked up too, because y'all wicked just like these motherfuckers. You're just like your father, the devil. You're fucking wicked and evil as hell. He's about to sit up here and punish a lot of people. 2/3 of our people gonna get punished on this side, and you fucking Edomites gonna be destroyed over here. And like I said, them fake motherfuckers over there. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. And that's an Israelite man. Matter of fact, let me make it more clear. It's going to be a man of the elect. It's going to be an elect man. Point blank period. That's who's going to be precious. That's who's going to be more precious than gold. There ain't going to be no regular 2/3 nigga. There definitely ain't going to be no heathens. And then it says, therefore will I shake the heavens and earth, and shall remove out of her place in the wrath of the Lord of hosts, and in the day of his fierce anger. And it shall be as a chased roe, as a sheep that no man take it up. They shall every man turn to his own people, and flee everyone into his own land. These people gonna sit up here and start going with going to their own people. And some people even fleeing the country, going to back to their own countries. because they feel it's going to be more. They're going to be more protected under their own people. And it says, everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. That means you motherfuckers that's married to these motherfucking heathens, to these Edomites, guess what? You're gonna be joined through. Or if you don't let their ass go, especially you women that's married to these so-called white men, your kids, they gonna be through. And y'all gonna be through with them. Point blank, period. Until you motherfuckers who want to protect Esau so bad, you're gonna be destroyed too, and fuck every last one of you. And it says in Isaiah 13 and 16, their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their house shall be spoiled and their wives ravished. What do you think that mean? What do you think that mean? What do you think that mean? Ravished. As a matter of fact, actually, I didn't even bother to look that point up. Let me sit up here and go to Isaiah, 13. And what was that, 15? Oh, no, 16. So let's go to Isaiah 16. Now, the first word I want to get is spoil. I don't know what this might sit up here and say. This one says Shalshash, and it's it's the Strong's H is 8155, and it says Shalsash. I hope I'm saying that right. And it says to plunder, to spoil, to be spoiled. Now that's what spoil mean here. I got it looked up in another one which I pulled up also, but I'm gonna sit up here and I just want to take a look at what it says to be ravished. Shakak. And that's H790 Shakak. And what does that mean? It means to lie down. Let me take a look at it. It means to take rest, to sleep, ravish, lie down. You know what? We understand what ravish means. It says it has a sexual connection. So to lie down. So we understand exactly what it means when it says ravish. When it says, we already understand that, we already saying what they understand. We already understand what it means about what's about to happen. So when the guy Steve Smith said what he said from an integrated preparedness, yes, that's going to happen. It's in the scriptures. Point blank, period. Now, I actually did have one other one pulled up. I want to sit up here and get this. Where's Job? I had Job pulled up. Here it is. It's Job. I'm going to sit up here and go to the, this is Job. Not Job. This is Exodus. So you can sit up here and get a better Salaki about that. I'm all over the place. I had Job pulled up Job 1 and 10 pulled up, but that's not the one I wanted. I wanted Exodus 15 and 9. It says, the enemy said, I will pursue and I will overtake. I will divide the spoil. My lust shall be satisfied upon them. I will draw my sword. My hand shall destroy them. Now I got the word for spoil here. And the word for spoil here is shalal. If you look at the word shalal, and what does it say? It says booty, spoil, plunder, gain, prey. And those are better words that I want to kind of lose for. And this is shalal, booty, prey, spoil. So when you sit up here and take something, when you sit up here and spoil something, you're taking it. And then it also goes for like you hear pirates sit up here and say, I'm going to grab the booty. They're not just talking about, they're talking about the treasures, gold, jewels. But that also goes for women, because you see they take women too. And people don't understand that that's a big thing that's coming. That is coming. You ain't escaping it. It's going to get really rugged out here. And a lot of these women, especially so-called black women, going to pray that a man of the Lord take you. And a lot of y'all ain't going to get no man of the Lord. A lot of y'all going to be destroyed by your lust. A lot of these men going to avoid y'all and let y'all just. A lot of the Israelite men are just going to be like, man, fuck you. And I'm praying that the Lord put that spirit on us where we can see the type of woman that you truly are. And I truly believe that that's going to happen. But with that, let me sit up here and go to the beheading. Well, actually, before I even go to the beheading, let me go to this one other scripture that I had pulled up. Salakia, brothers, I'm all over the place. I had Ecclesiasticus 36 and 25, and I'm gonna start at 24. But it says Ecclesiasticus 36 and 24. He said, he that getteth a wife begetteth a possession, and hope like unto himself in a pillar of rest. And that's what we're supposed to have, a pillar of rest. Someone, a pillar of rest. A lot of these women ain't pillar of rest. A lot of these women don't help you do shit. Ain't even trying to help you do nothing. Don't try to help you do anything. You're supposed to be a pillar of rest, and you're supposed to help meet what I want. Help meet my requirements. If there's things that I need done, you're supposed to be there to help me. And a lot of you women just don't. But this Ecclesiasticus 36 and 25, where no hedge is, there the possession is spoiled. And he that hath no wife will wander up and down mourning. So you sit up here and think about this. It says where no hedge is. And when you look at these two particular scriptures, what is it talking about? A wife. So when you go into I went up and looked up the hedge, and when you sit up here, it says the hedge of protection. That's why I went up and got Job, Salakia. That's why I went up and got Job. When you look at the hedge of protection, it says in the King James Version, a hedge of protection refers to God's divine safeguard and defense surrounding his followers. And if I'm not mistaken, I actually did pull up Salakia Akim. I actually did pull up. That's what made me pull up Job, Salakia, brothers. That's why I had Job pulled up, Salakia. My mind is a little all over the place. It was Job 1 and 10 that I had pulled up. And actually, let me go back to the blue letter. Job 1 and 10. And it says, and go. So when it says Job 1 and 10, it says, and when you look up the word hedge, and that's what I was trying to go to. It's Strong's 87753. What is that? Shok. Shayok. And I hope I'm saying that right. But when you look up the word, it says make a hedge. It says in Bible usage, a fence or up about, to fence about, a hedge about. It says for formation, protection or restraint. So when it says a hedge is like it builds a hedge of protection, like a fence around you, and that's what it is. So when these women, when all hell break loose, if you ain't got, if you women ain't got a man of the Lord, y'all ain't got a hedge of protection that's going to protect you. And Salakia for me being all over the place, brothers. It's kind of, I know this might be a little messy, but Salakia for me being all over the place. But if you ain't got that hedge of protection, you through. You in trouble. Now with that, he also said the beheadings. And we understand the beheadings are coming. They are coming. So when you go into Revelations, I think that's 20. It's Revelations 20. And this is 20 and 4. And I saw thrones, and they that sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahweh Shai, and for the word of Yahweh, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands, and they lived and reigned with Hamashiach 1,000 years. So that's the whole point. There's going to be beheadings. And this is talking about the saints right here. This is talking about those men who stood stiffly for the Lord and stood stiffly for that name. Point blank, period. They didn't sit up here and bow down not one moment. So when it talks about beheadings, when you say beheadings coming to America, yes, it is. And there are going to be a lot of other people getting beheaded, in these Bible belts. A lot of us who ain't going to take that MOTB, and for whatever other various other reasons that they might do it, for not bowing down. So it's going to be a lot of beheadings. But for the saints, that's going to be an honor for us because we died for the Lord. Point blank, period. We died for this truth. And that time is coming, and it's coming soon, And like brothers say, hey, We're going to be martyrs for the truth. And like brothers always say, it's going to be few and far between of us that's probably going to sit up here and have to go through it. But some of us will. Some of us will. But this judgment that's coming on the earth is not for the elect. This judgment is for the rest of the world. The 2/3, the heathen, and definitely you fucking Edomites. And we can't wait. So with that, I'd like to give all praises. And, and I'm hoping that, this is edifying. And Salaki again for being all over the place. So with that, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakwadash. Double unders to those elders and apostles out there from Great Millstone who teach and rule well. A lot of that you guys may be sealed soon. And with that, I always say stay prayed up, brothers. Pray for each other because we're almost up out of here. So with that, I'd like to say Kwam Yasharallah and the Baba Ball. And Anyahabatam Malakiam. Shalom.